Yo, 2017, Merry Christmas. For those that believe in it and are very religious and, they're not getting into this injured quick like a paraplegic, interested little misfit midget getting his arm twisted up in this shit because he isn't ready to grab life by the biscuits and win this with interest, and you get this. This is not specific, and if it was, this would be some sick shit. Some very slick shit. Otherwise, you might sound like a dipshit, like me if I was someone who would be drinking or sipping, and I never have, and if I started to, it would be something different. Something that you wouldn't see every day. It would be a conundrum. It's something that you would say, look at Adam Stark, you found him, and what has been done to him? He's someone different. It's like someone summoned him from an alternate universe, and now we don't want anything to do with him at all. Just to kick him in the balls quick, and it's going to hurt, and it's going to make him do some kind of significant fall, like a thing that he took and he didn't want to take it, but he took the step and it was a vacant one because he decided not to take it from where it was at before and gain it to a new place and a new space. And this is Christmas Day today, and we're going to end up learning that this is just a few ways to celebrate it. One way of doing it is freestyling. Don't worry, it won't take much of your time, or else it would be ruining the point of this time of the year, because Adam Stark is the rhymer of the year, and I can commit the crime of the year, which is beating the fuck up out of everybody who doesn't want this guy inside of his ear. Because I am one type of a weird fellow that's going to come up with some rhymes that you would never hear anywhere else, bro. Because if you thought about it, that means you would have been thinking in the past, and guess what? It's going to get you kicked quickly in the ass. And it's fucking cold and freezing out here. I don't know why I don't have my hat on, and that's wrong because it's cold and I'm bald, and those are two things that definitely will get your ass caught out here. And you could be, I could be like the mascot of what not to do in this cold weather in Minnesota. Hell, forever it's going to be freezing over. I think it already did here, though. Check it out. Wherever you look, it's snow and it's no brimstone, and everything is cold, and it's as cold as the fucking treatment you get from the silent treatment, like a cold shoulder. And that's what it is, because you're not going to go any more further than you would if you were somebody who was a snowblower or a snowboarder. Either if you can combine those two things, imagine how fast you could go if you had the snowblower going on the reverse thing of your riding, that you were going down on the slide and you were just taking a big deep decline down. It'd be one hell of a ride. That's what I say. But what the fuck does Adam Stark know? I don't know. I'm just a great rapper, a great person to make rhymes go together, and it's gonna flow forever, like as if this was a science experiment gone wrong, and I could teach you anything except for Scientology, because that's some fake shit. I don't want any part of that shit. You can, cry all the things you want to talk about that, but that thing is sick and twisted, and that's just something that's not forgiven. That's just sick and sadistic and probably satanic twined within it. Those things all suck, but that's okay, because they're all nuts, and they're going to fall from grace. And it's not going to be a graceful landing. It's going to be something that's going to take understanding to realize, how do we get from here to an understandably amazing disbanding of what was once great. And that I'm talking about life and overall the living space, because that was something that it just disintegrates. It just gets something, there's always something in the way. It's like we can't quite reach the goals we wanted, but that's okay, because these foes are going to be stomped quick out of their fucking sockets like I unplugged them, and that's just one of the things I should have fucking slugged them. Had enough of them. Fuck the bums, fuck them bums, all of them. They all suck. They suck a lot of cock and everything else that sucks, something you don't want to have in your mouth, and that's enough of it, because it's nuts. Nuts, too. That's two different things, but they also equate to something that you don't want to bring to the table of the situation, because you're going to get it. It's going to be something that isn't basic. It's going to be complicated, like Adam Stark when he rhymes in this cadence. You fucking bitch magnets. And I don't mean bitch as in the kind of bitch that you want to be. I'm talking about a bitch as in the bitch that makes you uncomfortably want to leave. Yeah, you thought I meant a bitch magnet as in a good-looking woman, but I don't use bitch in a derogatory sense unless I feel like it, and unless I'm in that kind of a mood. Like I'm someone from Brooklyn who's fucking pissed because the snow is just as bad as it is here in Minnesota. If you take a look at it, it's like, what the fuck can we do? Look at the snow around here. It looks like shit. It looks like something that you would get your nuts slit open because you'd fall off and you'd get disposed of. Well, a lot of you are castrated, or should I say neutered anyway, the way that you talk, the way that you don't display anything you want to say, the way you just hide it inside of here and you don't let it out. Even if someone was yelling through your voice in your mouth, it still wouldn't get out, even if they tried as hard as they could. Even if they pulled your ears and tried to dig inside of it, oh my God, what do you know? Most of you guys are vacant in there without a vacancy sign, because that's the craziest scare. You realize that you're brainless, you're brain dead, you don't have any brain left. And if you did, it would be something that you could sell and make some money on the black market, because then maybe they would find a place to put it, and it would be amazing, good. It'd have a use, it'd have a home somewhere, because with most people, not all, but most people, they don't even use it anywhere. They just use it in a flare. They just use it for a moment, then it gets away, then it disappears. It wasn't there. It never used anything useful from it. It was a blank space of vacant information that didn't get used, and it never had any basis. It was just disinformation that was coming out of it. And that's just the point of inflation. I'm not talking about money or economy. That's okay, because Adam Stark is somebody that you want to be when it comes to these rhymes, because I'm doing them properly. And even if I'm doing it in a complicated style, you still can do the things that I do, even if you were off of coffee, off of tea, and you had all other things that you could get as much caffeine as I am on it right now at this very moment. And that's a scary proponent. That's a scary opponent that you could go against in this place that you're going to find yourself in a different way of atonement. Yeah, I'll find out any words to rhyme with, because I'm sick. Like I fucking slide in, like I could do anything with this rap. I could teach you a science lesson. That's okay, because that's one of the things that I am just bred with. Enough bread to start a bakery if I wanted to, but I don't want to do that. I'm just saying I could teach you anything. I could teach you a mathematics lesson or a science lesson. I could tell you that I am infested with crazy rhymes inside of this thing that I have been testing for years to see how smart it is, because Adam Stark is this, number one. You thought I was going to say something else, but that's okay, because you're fucking dumb. If you thought it was something else, and you're not dumb on purpose, you're dumb by accident. See, I didn't insult you like you thought I would. That would have been very bad if it was going at that direction, but I wasn't, because that was just you thinking that I was going to do something like that. But that wasn't a test that you were going to pass. It was just a hypothetical thing that I said I would do at last in here, and then I did it out loud to you, because I'm very proud of you for not getting mad at me. Unless you're a hater, then I hope you get mad as you can possibly get. Because that's okay, because you're not going to stop him yet. You're even a possible threat. I'll just stomp you to death without even looking at you. I'd step on you by accident like a piece of shit that fell off of the fucking deck. Yeah, I can rhyme anything that I feel like, and I feel like I'm one of the best rappers in real life, not just hypothetical form, because I am the most perfect hypothetical forum to get my words out, because I do it, the fans forum. I do it like that for the fans. That's what I do for, because Adam Stark is just one of the craziest guys in the... You've only seen me in my newborn form. You haven't even seen me in my grown-up style yet. That's okay. I'll do that in, 37 years or something. I can wait a while. Yes, why not? Whatever. It's just one of those things. Just one of the things I can't fathom. I hate you fucking haters, and it's one of those things I just want to scare you all like a phantom. And I'll give you a science lesson. It's like, I'll tell you, you can suck on this mass unit of atoms, because that's atoms are everywhere. And now I'm saying suck on this unit of atoms, the one down there, the biggest muscle I have, bigger than my brain too. And you can understand that. If you don't want to know what it is, then you can understand that you're not going to be able to contemplate the pain to the circumference value of it, or the girth, or the rest of it, because I can say anything you want to, because the freedom of speech is one awesome testament that I am going to use, and I'm going to make an assessment with every single time I rap and freestyle, because I am intertwining my brains and my resume with everything else that I get to say, and every word and venom that I get to spray. It's going to be all over the news yesterday. Because they're late to the party. That's okay, because whatever I created, I just started, and it's amazing how dark it is, but yet it's light at the same time, because the snow makes a reflection off of the lightest of the parchment made, because I use papers and parchments the way I be cooking shit, and that's everybody look at it, and then you look at that, a reflection off the light coming through the windowsill, and it looks like a tint that's flying and flaring over. It looks like a fucking window practically. I meant to say a mirror, but whatever, because a window you can also look clear, but you can see it through it instead of looking back at you, unless it was a two-sided mirror. That would be cool, but I bet you that cost a lot of money, and that too is something that I don't want on my Christmas list. I'm saying a bunch of things that I do and don't want at the same time. I'm complicated. Don't you get this shit? Don't you realize I say things I want and I don't want at the same time? I'm a contradiction in that way, but that's the only way you can see that, and you can understand and relate to my design. You can relate to that, and you can, hopefully come lay you back, and you can, lay it flat, close your eyes, listen to the great rhymes coming up from this guy every single day. That has become all the way up to today. Today is Christmas, 2017, and I guess there's going to be a lot of gifts exchanged, and I guess that means it took almost a year to get to the gifts now, which means this is now present day. Get it? Present day. Today is present day, and it's also opening gifts, Christmas, present day. I just said that, and you can add that to my resume, and that's just one of the crazy things that I come up with. Even Christmas bars come out of this shit, because Adam Stark is optimistic. Even if I'm optiming to get this fucking thick fist punching into these bitches that get in my way, that aren't gonna give me any plays or spins on the radio because they don't want any dividends to get made, because they'd rather put out horse shit and stupid ass horrible fucking rhymes. And it's really unfortunate, like a porpoise that got out of the land and now it can't breathe anytime, and it's gonna fucking lose its breath and it's gonna die and it's gonna get loose and flesh is gonna just expire. That's a sick way of looking at it, but that's most rappers' careers. I'm just saying it like it is, and I'm just saying it in a weird way that you wouldn't say if you were him pointing to me, because I'm looking at myself in the third person, and you not liking my rhymes, that makes you the worst person, because you can't understand the creativity coming out of me when I'm using these words perfect. You know, whatever, that's not my problem, that's yours. It's one of the crazy things. It's like I can say anything and just make it appear. I could say, you know, what are we going to do? We're going to look for reindeer, and your wife is asking you what's the weather outside, and you see Santa coming on a sleigh. You say, hey, look, it's reindeer. See, because you 2 in 1. You could say it's reindeer and it's rain space deer. See, I can do 2 meanings of anything, even Christmas bars. That's okay, because you get this hard. You won't be able to do this because, you know, I take Christmas to heart because I celebrate it personally. It's okay if you don't. It's worth it to me. That's the way I look at it. You know, I'm not going to look back quick. And if I did, that's because I contradict myself again, because you saw it, you didn't realize I was going to do it. And if you did, good for that kid that thought that would happen. You know, that's okay, because I just thought of it. And, you know, it's one of those things that was going to happen anonymously, because you don't know who could have been following me. What if it was someone following me and I looked back and it was them? Then what I do is I would take out one stem of a fucking knife and cut them, and it's going to make a rupture. Then I'm going to twist it, turn it, and then I'm going to see what comes next out of their fucking throat that I cut from the flesh, and it's going to see if it's going to seep into my fucking lovely, good, wonderful vest of a fucking coat that I have, and then I'm going to have to take off this shit and unzip it. Yes, then I'm going to throw it down the fucking garbage can, and I have to cut that to death, like shred it up, and just not going to get next to the place that I wanted to put it, which was going to be in the laundry coming up. That was going to be coming, yes. But that's okay. Laundry day can wait, because it's Christmas Day today, and that means this is a great display to make a way of us to find each other, and it's going to make some rhymes for comfort and some that aren't for comfort as well. But that's okay, because, you know, when you come to my rhymes, you're going to get heaven, and you're also coming to hell in the same place. I don't want to go to hell. I'm just saying, as far as the negative approach that I do, because sometimes I'm positive, and sometimes I don't get to where I'm going unless I'm trying to say everything that I want to say, but also in a way that's scary, like The Omen, a movie that would definitely change my life for the worse the day that I saw it, that in every single moment since. Because you know it's been a long time since. But that's okay, because you know it's been a long time since that came out, and I don't even know when it's came out. I don't even know when the year it was, but that's okay, because Adam Stark is smearing you with a bunch of rhymes that are creative, and it's causing mass hysteria. Okay? I'm doing that because I'm one of the greatest, and, you know, I'm becoming so fucking famous, and, you know, it's one of those things that, you know, you want to be something someday, and you look at it in the future, and all of a sudden you have delusions of grandeur, and that's okay, because, you know, and then if you're in a damn hurry, you might end up seeing delusions of grand jury. Wouldn't that just fucking suck? That'd be one of them that would just, it'd be like a clusterfuck. It'd be like, why the fuck did this happen to me? I was just one of the guys trying to make it in this fucked up, uncomfortable world that we live in. But that's okay, because it's one of those things that you got to learn to live with, like a new pavilion, like a new place to live in. Like you just got taken for a ride and you didn't put your seatbelt in, and then all of a sudden you fell out of it, and then you have to see where you're going to end up in. You might end up in a pit, you might end up in the top of the ride, and then you fall off of it, and then you might end up landing on your head, and then your skull might plop a bit, and then you might throw up, and on the way down, you might land in your barf, and it gets in your esophagus. Yeah. That's imagery for you. You wouldn't have thought of it yourself. I mean, if you tried to think of it, that you would have, you wouldn't have thought of it as fast. You wouldn't have done it in a freestyle. You would have thought of it writing something down. But that's okay, because I'm Stark is creative in both ways, and I've shown you because I've taken you to the town. And I've done it many different times in many different ways, in many different places, and in many different spaces. And if I was doing filters, I could show you in many different faces. And I can also do it slowly or fastly and in many different phases. I'm just crazy. I never seem to phase you or surprise you, because Adam Stark is just one of the craziest guys who comes up with rhymes through many different ways, but I can always tie it together like I was trying to surprise you with a gift. I'm going back to Christmas again with those kinds of rhymes that are just different again, and I'm showing you that I can do every single thing, within a trend of 2 to 3 seconds I can do about 10 punchlines within that. That's very impressive, and hopefully you get that. I mean, I can do anything you want to. I can just expand like I'm trying to make a new town, and I'm just creating it now. Like I'm thinking, okay, I could fucking be a realtor that wants to make some more money, and that's what I'm gonna do. It's gonna be like almost as big as another country. It's like I'm a fucking wealthy, want to go beyond even more wealthy realtor. It's like I want to add villages, and then I also am allergic to name brand pain companies, so I think Advil itches. Like I can do that. Like I could just say I'm going to expand to new towns, and I'm going to tell you I'm allergic to name brand pain. I'm saying add villages. See, I just did double meaning again when I'm freestyling, because Adam is the shit when he comes up with that, and that represents the most amazing type of creativity in freestyles that you have ever witnessed, because that is the crazy shit that Adam comes up with, and Adam is just coming up with crazy shit, and it's just one of those things you don't want to get in my fucking way, because it's going to be a crazy altercation, and it's going to make you want to fucking spit and quit your entire life, like you had some ultra Cajun flavored shit that you didn't want, and then you licked it, and then it made you want to fucking cave in your stomach, and your eyes were just plummeting, and your stomach was just suffering from so much fucking hemorrhaging, and it was just making you want to just fucking quit and throw up and shit and get rid of your life and your lungs and shit. You just want to give up, to the point that your fingers were numb and shit, that you had to have fucking feel your left arm going down, and you were having a stroke, and you just couldn't believe that your life was coming to this. And fuck you in every direction, cunnilingus, to the haters, not to the people that watch me, that actually like my flavor, that like what I'm doing for them, and they want to pay it forward. They want to just say, Adam Stark is a great rapper, great rhymer, very good performer, and I want to say thank you for it. Yeah. The negative things I say are only to the haters. Merry Christmas, 2017. Everybody have a great day. Be safe. Enjoy the holidays. And everyone take care. Drive safe.